Hey everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. Ellie and Josiah here. Thank you so much for being here. We are gonna kick things off today on 2 black springs. And if you have a bungee, let's go ahead and put it on its longest setting and set it up on top of your carriage to start so it's nearby. We will begin in a giant rise and shine. So knees on your back platform, you're facing the front of the machine. And then you'll just go ahead, reach forward, pull the carriage in towards you. It's gonna be an overhanded grip, strong straight arms. You're gonna start in kind of this child's pose position and then keep your hips steady. From here, we'll push down into the palms. We'll lift our heart space up through the shoulders. Good, and then lengthen back out. So this is a core and upper body starter here. Abs wrap in and around you. Right, you're sliding your lats, these big wing-shaped muscles down the side of your back towards your back pockets as you lift through the chest. Now, if you're not feeling this in the back muscles, chances are the hips are probably moving. So lock your hips in place, keep them nice and stable, right? And focus in, use your lats, use your core. Now, if you're looking to get just a little bit more core going here in the warm-up, what you're gonna do is bring your hips forward an inch further. Right? You want to bring the hips forward, not so much that you fall on your face, but if you bring them forward just a little bit more, you are going to feel your core quite a bit. Good. Let's go 15 seconds here. So nice big inhales, nice full exhales. Our shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. The neck is nice and long. We're going to get into a giant lat pull with the right arm in 4, in 3, 2, extend the arms out long and hold. Now, left hand's either gonna come to your back platform or behind your back. Right arm's gonna go single arm lat pull down. So you're gonna bend the right elbow, slide it back, resist forward. So a little more support with your left hand on the back platform. Behind your back's gonna get a little bit more core. I want both of your shoulders to stay squared to the floor below you. And then where Josiah has his right hand, that's gonna be the least amount of resistance. If you're looking for more resistance, you're gonna walk your hand forward up the side of the rail. And if this is too heavy, I would suggest trying this move on 1 black and 1 white spring and see how that feels for you. Again, shoulders away from the ears, neck is long. In 4, drive the right elbow back and hold. In 3, 2, drive the right elbow back, hold. Give me a little pulse, little tiny pulse. 10 seconds, we go right to the left side right away. In 4, 3, 2, 1, switch out the arms, left side lat pull down. Awesome work. So I wanted your bungee on top of your front platform to start because we are gonna get into a plie squat with some single arm rows. Now listen, if you don't have a bungee, a heavy hand weight will work for these single arm rows. You'll just be finding a hinged over position. Right? So if you have like a chair or something to kind of find a little bit of support, you can do it that way. Otherwise, you're just gonna follow along with the class. Hopefully you've got your bungee on a longer setting. Good. Check back in with your core here. If you're looking for a little extra, it's the right hand behind your back.
I'm gonna push you over.
Drive the left elbow back. Josiah says he wants to push me over. Babe, this is like the 3rd exercise. Like, save it for later. In 4, left arm back and hold. In 3, 2, drive the left arm back, hold, strong little pulse. Pulse it out, come on. 10 seconds. We are going to stand up, feet on either side of the monorail. We've got a giant plie squat with a row, bungee in the right hand. In 3, 2, 1, carefully let the carriage go. Stand up for me. Feet on either side of the monorail. You're gonna grab the bungee in your right hand. Nice and tall through the spine, abs on. You're gonna row the right arm back as you sit your hips down and back. Now pause here. Anchor down through the outer edges of the feet and the heels. Drive through the heels, squeeze the glutes, slowly lift up as the arm comes forward. If you need more resistance, you're scooting back. Less resistance, walk it forward. Right? You can also choke up on the cable to get more resistance, so take what you need here. Chin is off the chest. I want you to pause in the plie. Good, nice job, Josiah. And don't lock out your knees at the top. So we're getting our legs warmed up here, if you will, as we finish out some work for the upper body. Core is on, right? I think the core is like the unsung hero of this exercise. Wrap your abs in and around you. Imagine you're corseting through the waistline. Maybe y'all can hear this crazy wind. Oh my word. It's like it's trying to blow us away today. In 4, take the right arm back and hold. In 3, 2, take the right arm back, hold, pulse down through the legs, pulse down through the legs, pulse back with the arm. 10 seconds, we switch out the arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, left hand grabs the bungee, row it back, sit down, lowest plie squat. Good. Seal down the outer edges of the feet and the heels, drive through the heels slowly and with control, lift up. Try to keep both of your shoulders squared towards the front of your space, right? And then check in. Your hips, knees, middle toes are all pointed the same direction. Sometimes when we do plie, we have a tendency to turn our toes out wider than the natural ability of our hips and knees to rotate open. So just be mindful of that. Maybe you're gonna walk your toes forward just a tiny bit more. Good. I want you pausing every time you hit that plie squat, every time you row the arm back. Good. Slowly lift up. Beautiful. So remember, if you're not using a bungee, you're doing a bent over single row with a dumbbell. In 4, take it back and hold. In 3, 2, take it back, hold, sit down, lowest point, little pulse of the arm back, little pulse of the legs down. 10 seconds, we are going one white spring. You've got standing inner thighs, left foot front platform, right foot carriage. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ditch your bungee. Left foot on the front platform, right foot on the carriage. You're on one white spring. Let's go standing inner thighs. Seal down the outer edges of the feet, soft bend in the knees, core is on. Send it out. Good. Squeeze the inner lining of your thighs, bring it back in. Chin up off the chest. If you want to add a flow to the arms, great, right? So we can add a little flow to those arms out to the side, maybe all the way up overhead and then back down. Slow it down for me, Josiah. I want y'all definitely going slow, okay? We're creating some instability here in the inner thighs, and really those plie squats, right, got the activation going in the inner thighs. Oh my word, I feel like we're filming in what is about to be like a hurricane here, right? Doesn't it feel like uber tropical storm vibes?
Oh my word.
Josiah's making fun of me. Okay, fine. In 4, take it out halfway and hold. You're gonna regret that. In 3, 2, take it out halfway and hold. Float those arms up. Press the palms down, 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 down. 4, 3, 2, press the palms up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, press the palms back, back, back. Strong straight arms for 4, 3, 2, press the palms forward, 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 forward. 4, 3, 2, send it out your furthest point first and then slowly squeeze it back in. Seal down the outer edges of the feet. Keep going. Now I want you to not let the carriage come in quite so far, right? So send it out, find your furthest point. Only come in halfway. Okay, and y'all can comment below this video after class and you can tell Josiah to zip it so that you don't end up doing harder work during class because I'm punishing him, not you. Good. He says you're welcome. All right, 20 seconds. We are going escalator lunge with a carriage kick. Now listen up because it's gonna be a little different than probably what you expect. 10 seconds to go in inner thighs. Okay, stay in the work where you feel it the most. It'll be a quarter turn to our right, escalator lunge in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So quarter turn to the right, right foot stays on the carriage, left toes on the platform. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lower down slowly into our lowest escalator lunge. Pause there. You'll drive into the right heel. Now lift up halfway out of your escalator lunge. Pause. Give me a carriage kick. Slide the carriage out away from you. Back in. Now lift all the way up. Good. So what you're doing here on this one, you're taking the carriage down to your lowest lunge. You're going to pause there for just a beat or two. Then you lift up halfway. Pause. Carriage kick. Slide the carriage away from you. Back in, little hamstring curl, and then all the way up. Left heel is gonna stay lifted nice and high. Check in that your hips and shoulders are squared towards your back platform. And keep this variation going. So we're just getting a little more hamstring work. Halfway up, we hit our carriage kick. Perfect. Nice job, Josiah. Good, good, good. We're gonna go 30 seconds here. Concentrate on this variation. It's causing you to stop not only at the bottom of the escalator lunge, right? But then we gotta pause and find that halfway point, hit that carriage kick before we come up all the way. Good job, friends. 10 seconds. We are gonna meet at the bottom of our escalator lunge. We've got moonwalker to finish it out. In 4, Bottom of your lunge and hold in 3, 2, find your best lunge, hold, freeze the right leg, bend through the left knee. Lengthen out through the left leg. Keep sitting your right glute down and back, right? If you've got a balancing tool, a chair, a wall, something to hold on to, grab what you need. 15 seconds, we're headed to the back of the machine, right knee on your back platform, left knee on the carriage. We've got reverse kneeling inner thighs. More inner thighs, more fun. In 5, in 4, in 3, head to the back, in 2, and 1. Let's go reverse kneeling inner thighs, right knee on the back platform, left knee on the carriage. Upright your spine, and let's get right into it. Strong core, strong glutes. Maybe you float the arms again and squeeze right back in. So you should be seeing a theme with our leg work in this class today. It is a lot of inner thigh, right? So we've already done our upper body work, right? We're cruising through our leg series, which means we're gonna hit a lovely little core series at the end. The nice thing about working your inner thighs is that they are attached to your core, so we've already got our core nice and warm and ready to go to hit the end of class. Right? That totally makes sense. It makes sense? Yeah, it makes sense. All right, we're being super effective and efficient. This is a shorter class, which means we really need to be mindful about our movement. So I want you to tap back in here, right? Feel the sensations in your body. Squeeze your muscles. Slow yourself down. In 4, let's find that halfway point. In 3, 2, find the halfway point, arms out to the side, press the palms down, down, down. Strong, straight arms, grow taller through the crown of the head. You're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, palms up, 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 up. Keep pressing, you're here for 4, 3, 2, palms slip back, press it back, press it back. Here's 4, 3, 2, forward, press, press, press. Here's 4, 3, 2, send it out to your furthest point first, and then squeeze the inner thighs, slowly drag it back in. Awesome job, friends. Let's go just 20 seconds. We are headed back to the front of the machine. I want escalator lunge, left foot on the carriage. So think about how you can transition quickly to the front and then turn around to face the back. In 3, 2, and 1. So hustle to the front of the machine. It will be left foot forward, right toes tucked on your front platform. We're going escalator lunge, left leg. So calm down, find your lowest lunge and hold. So maybe you're already there, keep holding. Okay, pause when you get to the bottom of your escalator. Drive into the left heel, lift it up to your halfway point. Once you're halfway, pause, carriage kick. Send the carriage away from you, back in. Drive through the left heel, lift it up the rest of the way. Good, so find a little bit of a hinge forward. Soften through the back knee. That's gonna give you more range of motion on your carriage kick. So we find best lunge. We slowly lift halfway point. Halfway point is where we hit the carriage kick. Now the reason I have you hitting your carriage kick at that halfway point is because you're gonna get a bigger range of motion on your carriage kick from the halfway point. If you're having trouble getting any range of motion on your carriage kick, I want a bigger bend in your right knee as you hit it. That's gonna help you out. You do want this to feel like a little hamstring curl on your left leg. Good, nice tempo here, Josiah. Okay. We have just one more leg exercise to go. It's very exciting. We are almost done with our leg series, which is incredible. I want you to check in here with the inner thighs and escalator lunge. This is already a pretty unstable lunge, especially on the white spring. But think about your hips on railroad tracks, and then think about maybe finding an energetic squeeze of your inner thighs as you do this. Good. We're gonna find the bottom of our lunge and hold in 3, 2, bring it down, hold. We go all moonwalker to finish. So bend through the right knee. Nice job, Josiah. Lengthen out through the right leg. Keep sitting your left glute down and back. Freeze that left leg. 90-degree bend in that left knee. Awesome. Here's the deal. It's gonna be a quarter turn to your right. Left foot stays on the carriage, right foot stays on the front platform. We are going inner thigh squats in 4, in 3, 2, slowly bring it up, quarter turn to your right. Press the carriage out so you've got some space between the feet. We're gonna hold the carriage steady. We're gonna sit the hips down and back, sweep the arms forward, drive through the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift up. And we're gonna keep the carriage steady on this one. So not a sliding squat, just keep your carriage steady, inner thigh squats. Down and up, stabilize your carriage. body weight is even in both of your feet, slow it down even more. I want it to feel like you're barely moving. In 4, take it down and hold. In 3, 2, take it down, hold. Send your carriage out 1 more inch. Oh, right there, keep it steady, slowly lift up. So those inner thighs should start to get a little bit more shaky, a little more unstable, right? Every time we hit our little isometric hold, we're gonna try to press the carriage back out a little bit further and really destabilize those inner thighs. So in 4, bring it down and hold. In 3, 2, bring it down, hold. Can you send the carriage out 1/2 inch further? Oh, hold it right there. Slowly lift up. You got it, you got it, you got it. Nice work. Okay, we got 1 more little hold. On deck, we are gonna hit a V-sit super crunch at the front of the machine. So just listen to my voice. You'll be seated in front of your front platform with your heels on your carriage. It's a little V-sit at the front, okay? In 4, hold your squat. In 3, 2, hold your squat. Can you send the carriage out 1 inch further? Hold it there. Sit your glutes down and back an inch, lift up an inch. Final 15 seconds in this squat. Recommit to your core. You're having a seat, V-sit super crunch. In 5, have a seat on the floor in front of the front platform. In 3, 2, and 1. Have a seat, glutes on the floor, heels to the carriage. Grab your high handlebars to help you find a little length in your spine for me. And you're not gonna move the legs at all. Okay, legs stay right where they are. You're just gonna hinge back and hinge forward. So for more intensity, right, arms start to lift higher. The higher your arms are, the more intense this is gonna feel. So a little forced V-sit position. Now, if you start to feel this only in your hip flexors, bring your hands to your high handlebars or behind your thighs to get a little bit more stability and support. Good, great job. 30 seconds, focus in on your core, slide the shoulders away from the ears, broaden through the collarbones, right? Lift through the chest, all abs here. In 4, halfway point and hold. In 3, 2, take it back, halfway hold, lift it up an inch, back an inch, up an inch, back an inch. Now, if you want to pulse the carriage out an inch and in an inch as you do this, you can, or the carriage stays steady. We are going reverse bear crawl, hands to the carriage, feet on your front platform. In 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hands to your carriage, feet on your front platform. It is a reverse bear crawl. So hips level with the shoulders. You're scooping through the low belly. We're gonna bend the knees, finding bear. Keep the hips steady. Both feet step to the floor. Both feet up to the platform. Slowly lengthen out. So there's several moving parts to this exercise. I want this really slow here. Quit cheating, Josiah. Josiah keeps looking at my class plan. Stop it. Stop it. Slow it down, slow it down. You got this. Focus in, breathe, stay steady in the work, and go a little bit slower. There it is, right? Hips stay level. And if anything, the hips can lift a little higher than your shoulders. Make sure those hips don't drop below the shoulders. You've got 20 seconds to go here. We're coming down to the knees and the forearms next. We're going reverse inchworm. It'll be knees to the front platform, forearms to your carriage, reverse inchworm. You've got 8, 7, keep it moving. 6, don't drop now. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it down to the knees, bring it down to the forearms. Find that kneeling forearm plank, and then we'll slide the carriage out away from us. And then as the elbows start to slide towards the shoulders, you're gonna round up through the spine. Good. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Lengthen through the neck, and make sure your neck's following the alignment of your spine. As you hit that crunch, right, chin slightly towards the chest. Now, Josiah's already doing this option really well, but to make this a little more intense, right, slide your elbows away from you and start your crunch before the elbows get beneath the shoulders. That's gonna make it way, way harder, right? And because we're doing this move at the front of the machine, go slower, squeeze your abs, and make every part of this exercise come from the squeeze in your abs. Your abs are what are moving your body here, not your shoulders, not your neck, not your knees, not your hip flexors. Really use the abs mindfully to do all of the work. Okay, good news, friends. Your finisher is on deck. Final move of class, and it is one of my favorites. As far as I know, I made it up. We've got a reverse saw into a floor pike combo. In 4, hold this kneeling forearm plank. In 3, 2, hold the kneeling forearm plank. Give me 1 saw. So slide the carriage out away from you and bring it back in, elbows beneath the shoulders. Now tuck both feet to the floor. Slowly lift both knees off the platform and then pike the hips up. Nice work here, Josiah. Oh my word, the wind just got so crazy. It's like it knows this is the finisher for class. So it's 1 reverse saw, 1 reverse floor pike. Focus in. Finish how you want to feel. Finish strong in your body. Go slow. The nice thing about this exercise is that you get to do a plank on the knees and then seamlessly switch to a plank on the toes. So if you're still building strength and plank on the toes, right, this is a great place to be. If you need to take it down a notch, do an extra saw. 2 saws to 1 floor pike. If you want to pick it up a notch, it's 2 pikes to each saw. In 4, we're going to hold our plank. In 3, 2, hold your plank, either on the knees or on the toes. Hold it here. From here, this is your final 10 seconds of class. I want you to hold strong in this plank. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are done. Okay, so if you've got some rowdy music playing, I want you to switch it off. Find something a little bit more calming. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and step off of our machine and we're gonna find a child's pose. So just go ahead, take the big toes to touch, knees wide, stretch the arms forward, forehead melts to the mat. Right, soften the shoulders away from your ears and just take a nice deep breath in and a nice full breath out, allowing your hips to sink heavy towards your heels, maybe walking the fingertips a little further forward. And from here, you can stay just as you are. If you like, you can bring your palms together to touch and then bend at the elbows, fingertips to the nape of the neck, finding a reverse prayer, finding a little bit of a tricep stretch. Right, and I like to walk my elbows a little further forward and then sink my hips back even further. Take a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. Good. Send the arms forward and then just go ahead and walk the hands beneath the shoulders. We'll swing our legs out in front of us and we're going to find a seated forward fold. It's the only way I can get Josiah to stretch. It might be the only way y'all get to stretch too. So bend your knees a lot, flex your feet towards you. Good. Walk your hips out from underneath you, so sit up nice and tall. Knees can be super bent, okay? Inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, drawing your collarbones towards your toes, and then just round down through the spine, and then start to slide your heels as far forward as feels good till you start to feel the stretch in the hamstrings. And if you keep the knees really bent, right, no worries. Perfect. Allow the chin to relax down towards the chest, right? Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And again, just take a nice big inhale in and a nice full breath out. Maybe sink down a little further into that stretch. One more time, deep breath in here. Full breath out. We'll gently bring our way up to seated. We're going to take our right foot and cross it over the left leg. Plant the sole of the foot on the floor. We'll wrap our left arm around the right leg, and then we'll sweep our right hand back behind us. So a little bit of a seated twist here. Good. And I really like to hug that knee in towards my chest, right? Think about your right arm as a kickstand behind you. So lift up through the chest and then just gently looking towards the direction of your right shoulder. Go ahead, gently release it forward. And we're gonna take a figure 4. So right ankle over the left knee, hands plant behind you. You just go ahead and walk that knee in towards you until you feel a good stretch in the outer glute. Think about your right knee kind of pressing wide. Right foot is flexed so we keep the knee joint nice and safe. And then draw your heart space forward towards the knee. Let's stay here, one more breath in. One more breath out. And go ahead, release. We'll send both legs forward. Let's go ahead, take the left ankle over the right leg. Right arm wraps around the left knee. Left arm's just gonna come back behind you. Left hand acts as a little bit of a kickstand here. So just a little seated twist, rinsing out through the spine. Right, you might also feel a little sensation in the outer side of the left glute. Good. Bring your chest to face forward again. And we'll take that figure 4. So left ankle over the right knee, hands plant behind you, and you'll just draw that knee in towards the chest. Maybe scoot the glutes towards your right heel until you feel a stretch on the outer side of the glute. Foot is flexed, left knee nice and wide. Right, so adding on a little bit of stretching to the end of class here, just in case you're never really motivated to stretch after class. I want to make sure that you guys are giving your muscles a little bit of love. This is probably the most stretching Josiah has done all year. Yep, fair enough. Let's go ahead and release that foot. And we are going to get into a butterfly stretch that's going to take us onto our back. So just make sure you have some space behind you. Start with the soles of the feet together. You can hinge forward at the hips. You can use your elbows to slightly press the knees wide. Right, so a little bit of a seated butterfly. And then we'll keep the legs as they are, but go ahead and extend your arms out in front of the chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down onto our backs, finding a reclined butterfly. So hands can come onto the body, maybe one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and you can just allow gravity to do the work here so the knees kind of fall out wide. And again, just noting your breath, trying to breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6, right? Calming our nervous system, right? Restoring our body's balance. And then we'll just take the inverse of this stretch. So plant the soles of the feet flat on your mat about hip distance apart and just allow your knees to knock together. This is a constructive rest. I want you to lengthen the tailbone towards the heels, slide the shoulders away from your ears. Right, and take a full deep breath in all the way down into the belly, filling the lungs, the heart, sipping in a little more air, filling the throat. And then open mouth, exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Feel yourself sink down into your mat. Right, letting go of any tension, any stress. Soften the space between the eyebrows. Allow the tongue to release from the top of the mouth. Release any tension in your jaw. And just allow yourself to stay here and rest as long as you like. But if you are ready to move on, right, we'll gently roll off to one side. We'll find a comfortable seat, right? Turn to face us. We'll just take a couple deep breaths, sealing in all of that hard work, including the stretching. So as you're ready, inhale, circle, sweep, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, deep breath in, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so, so much for being here. Awesome job as always, and we will see you all next time.